Hey, hello, NAMM. I guess this is the first video of NAMM 2017 with Richard Nicol from Pittsburgh Modular.
Hello, we're excited to be here. It's a little early in the show, but we're ready to go.
This is a kind of pre-show, but Richard seems to have been really up together and got his whole thing. I like these kind of Atari console type vibes you got.
Well, you know, video games are very similar to synthesizers. They're fun and it inspires you to dive in. So we thought it made a lot of sense.
So what do we got here? You've got a bunch of new stuff, right?
A lot of new stuff this year. We're really fleshing out the Lifeforms line. We've been working on this stuff for a while. We didn't really release a whole lot of modules last year. Left everything for this year. So we're starting with our double helix oscillator. It's a complex oscillator, so we have two built-in voltage tracking oscillators, a great CV matrix at the bottom. It has a wave shaper. It also has a low-pass gate built in addition to an LFO. So it's almost a synthesizer in itself. It allows you to do a lot of frequency modulation, a lot of West Coast type stuff. You can really dive in with this. The low-pass gate is actually our dynamic impulse filter, which we released a few months ago. The nice thing about that is what we've done is we've recreated the Vactrol with analog circuitry, giving you a variable Vactrol time, essentially, really allowing you to dial in tones in a way that you haven't been able to do in the past. The double helix is what you're hearing now. There's two of them playing. The bass line is coming out of this one over here, and you can hear we can adjust. Really
almost FM, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And with the routing matrix at the bottom, you have this great CV matrix. You can experiment with different sounds just by flipping switches and changing the modulation matrix around. Whoa. So there's a lot just right there.
So that gives you a kind of almost like a CV busing system, so you can have multiple routing set up, right?
That's exactly what it is. And there's two channels, A channel, B channel, plus you have all the insets that mix in with those. The A channel and the B channel are also tied to VCAs, so you have VCAs on either channel as well. So it's voltage controlled. So voltage control, voltage control.
Voltage control, like meta.
Yes.
So double helix oscillator available now?
Available in about 6 weeks. It's in production now.
Okay, have you got a price yet?
We have a price, it's $449 US.
Cool. I mean, I was a big fan of the SV1, the Lifeforms SV1. We did a review of that. Check that out on Sonicstate. You've got some other things going on here as well, though, some new stuff, yeah?
We do. Speaking of the SV1, we've taken sort of what we thought was great on the SV1 and put them into some modules. So with a filter from the SV1 that we really, really liked, what we did is broke that into its own module. We call it the binary filter. We've added a stable and unstable switch to it, which allows the oscillator to self-oscillate and really drive it when you turn up the resonance. But you also have, the low pass, the band pass, and the high pass out.
And you still have the same trick to make it fully resonant by taking the band pass out and putting it in the...
You can do that as well, yeah. Voltage control over the resonance in that one as well, in addition to the frequency. We have the ADSR, which again is based off the ADSR and the SV1. We've added an additional range, in addition to a end-of-release trigger outs, and an inverse, which is the inverse of the output. So it's naturally high and drops low. A couple more modules, the 2+2 mixer. This is sort of the next version of our mixer module. Now we've done a ton of the mixer modules. You see them in everyone's rack because they're so useful. This one adds another layer to that. It has, each channel can be an attenuator, or the top two channels can be a 2-channel mixer, the bottom two can be a bottom 2-channel mixer, or it can be a 4-channel mixer, or any combination of those. So it's really a great utility module for any system.
In many cases, what it's about, if you can double up and get more functions out of any module, then they kind of, because rack space is so precious.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody, you buy a case and it's immediately full, but you have to figure out a way to get more functionality into it. So anytime you can add more features to what would be a pretty vanilla utility module is really great. The next module we have this year is the Mod Tools, which is this guy down here. The Mod Tools is sort of a CV modulation toolbox. The top section is a slope generator, which can act as an LFO, it can act as an envelope or an envelope follower. It can act as a slew generator with voltage control. Below that you have logical mixers, so you have a mix out, but you also have an OR out, which is a positive only of either of the two inputs. There's a standard sine wave LFO and a noise sample and hold in there as well. So a lot of functionality. Again, all of our new modules, the idea was how much can we fit in these things and really make them sound amazing, but also make them a great deal as well, and you want to add them to your system. So all of these modules together, oh, I forgot one more module here with our system interface. This is a 6-channel audio interface, sort of the exit point for a modular. It has great preamps, which are nice because you can use them as, if you want to use them as an auxiliary input for, say, stomp boxes, something like that, or if you have a drum machine that you want to bring in and process with your modular, you can use the preamps for that. Or if you just want to overdrive whatever you've created in your modular and really give it an edge, they have some great overdrive sound to them, and you can chain them together to really get it nasty.
Drive on drive on drive.
Exactly. So all of these modules together, sort of put together here, this is our new foundation. So we call this the Lifeforms Foundation Evo. It comes with all the modulars here. It comes with our great keyboard, full MIDI. Really the sort of flagship line of Pittsburgh Modular. Everything we've put together here is sort of the best of what we've done.
I guess the only thing we haven't got is pricing for each of the modules. We saw what the double helix was. Have you got the price for the other ones?
The prices for the other ones, off the top of my head, I can't really remember.
It's early in the show, right?
It is early in the show, and that stuff fluctuates a lot up until production, so, but it'll all be posted on our website. I think Thursday everything goes live on the website, so you get a preview today on Sonicstate, and you can go check it out on our website then Thursday.
Great. Richard, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
See you next time.